Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Yusra Mardini. Thank you for being here. And I'm gonna be telling my story today. And first of all, I'm 19 years old. I am a swimmer, Olympian, and I was in the first ever Refugee Olympic team. And of course, I am a refugee here in Germany. And yeah, I'll be telling my story. And yeah, first of all, I'm gonna tell you about my life. I grew up in Syria, actually, in Damascus. And I am a swimmer. I've been a swimmer there. And yeah, I think my life was normal. I mean, I was a teenager when I left. I was 16. And yeah, after when I was like 15, 14, the war actually started. And then I had to flee my home, which is Syria, and I had to come to Germany. And yeah, and my story is that I've been on the way from Syria to Germany 25 days, and there is a bit famous story about the boat that when we were on the way, we were on the boat from Turkey to Greece, and then our boat engine actually died, and me, my sister, and two other guys had to jump to the water actually to help the people because they didn't know how to swim actually. And yeah, after that we arrived to Greece, and after Greece, of course, there was Macedonia, Serbia, Hungary, Vienna, and then Germany. So it was a trip of 25 days. And after that, we arrived to Germany, and I thought that it would be normal, that I'm a normal refugee. I was in a camp. We arrived in Munich first, and then we came to Berlin. And yeah, after that, I've been just searching for going back to swimming and start again swimming. So yeah. So after that, I met a guy actually in the camp, and then he was a translator, and I told him that I want to swim again. And then he contacted my club, Wasserfreund Spandau 04, and then I started swimming again. And then actually my coach saw that there was an announcement about creating first ever like refugee Olympic team in the Olympics actually. And yeah, in the beginning, the idea was like, no, I don't want everyone to know that I'm a refugee. I mean, it's not something to be proud of. This is what I thought in the beginning. And after that, actually, I accepted the idea. And yeah, we sent that we needed help in that and so on. So after that, they created a refugee Olympic team, and I was selected in. And after that, I went to the Olympics as a swimmer. And after the Olympics, of course, this was one of my highlights. After the Olympics, people started to invite me actually to speeches, to motivate people because of the story and because of, after 1 year only, I've been in the Olympics. And after that, I had a speech actually in the headquarters, and I met the President Obama. This was one of my highlights also. After that, I met the Pope, and after that, now I'm starting tell speeches, to tell the story to a lot of people, and so on. And yeah, those were my highlights. And now I'm gonna talk about how is it like the war in Syria and so on. First of all, I want everyone to understand that in Syria there's like technology, there's still houses, there's cars and so on, because a lot of people have a bit low idea about Syria. So yeah, and what I think about like the war now in my country, actually, of course, I'm not happy about that. I am sad, and yeah, I think the war won't stop so easily. And I think that everyone just have to chase their dreams. If I know that I lost actually my country and now I am living here in Berlin, but that doesn't mean that I should stop dreaming, because I am now in a new life. I am with new friends, and I'm creating everything brand new, and this new life gave me a lot of chances, and I'm happy for that. So, and I want to talk about how I was thinking about being a refugee and how I am now thinking about being a refugee. So when I first arrived to Germany, it was really hard for me because I thought that the word refugee is like humiliating for me and so on. And then, as I said, when I was going to the Olympics, like I didn't accept the idea that I am a refugee. So after that, actually, a lot of people started to, after the articles and so on, a lot of people talked about my story and so on. And a lot of people started to send me messages like, you are really inspiring us, this is really great, what are you doing, and so on. And then I started actually to believe in this world that a refugee, that doesn't mean you are homeless or you are poor. A refugee is a person who lost their homes and they are trying to find new homes. They are trying to be happy actually with what they have, not with what they lost. And yeah, actually this is the idea what I'm trying to show to a lot of people. I'm asking a lot of people actually to stand with refugees, and now with my new role as a Goodwill Ambassador for the UNHCR, I'm trying to reach that. And yeah, I am really happy to be here. And one last thing, I want to say a message to all of you. I'm really quite sure that all of you are quite young. And yeah, I just want to tell everyone that all of you shouldn't stop dreaming and running after what you want. Because once I stopped swimming, and now I went back to swimming and I went to the Olympics, I mean, it was great. And all of you shouldn't stop dreaming and believing what you want. Thank you. Okay. So now we'll do a small interview. Thanks. Okay, great. It's fine.
Ja, also wir haben jetzt an Yusra ein paar Fragen und werden das auch auf Englisch machen. Und wir hoffen, dass wir auf unsere spannenden Fragen auch ein paar spannende Antworten erhalten.
Yeah, so let's start. How do you like Berlin? Quite well, actually. It's a partying city, and I mean, yeah, I really like Berlin. In the beginning, I didn't see a lot of it, so I was like, no, I want to go back to my country and so on. But now I really like it. I have a lot of friends, and there's a lot of really nice places here in Berlin, and the people are really nice.
So, would you call Berlin your home now, or what is home actually for you?
Well, of course, I would call Berlin a home for me now because there's a lot of people who helped me here, and I'm building my new life here, and I have a lot of friends here, and you know, it feels like home. And what is home for me? It is a place where I feel safe and comfortable in my society and so on.
Yeah, the name Yusra Mardini stands a bit for courage. Would you describe yourself as a brave person?
Well, I think so, but I mean, I think all of you, if you've been in this situation, what I've been, I think everyone gonna do the same and will not let the other people like suffer or something because they didn't know how to swim. And I think if you were a swimmer, of course you would jump into the water also.
So now, I personally know that often when people talk about their escape, often there is like, oh, you had to escape from your home country. But how do you deal with your escape? So is it like that you suppress the topic, or do you enjoy reporting about it, or do you rather channel it in your position as a Goodwill Ambassador? What do you do with that?
I'm bored of telling the story. This is one thing, but I mean, I changed the story to be a part of inspiration for the people, to let the people understand that you are able actually to do a lot in your life. You will never expect what yourself can do actually, because if I was not in the situation I was in, I will never be able to know that I can speak in front of a lot of people, or to be opened actually to a lot of stuff. I mean, my mind completely changed after I had all this trip and so on. So I think it's something good. So of course, I told it like, I don't know, a million times right now, but I mean, I will tell it till everyone have a lesson from it.
Yeah, you're probably often questioned about your escape, like in this case from our side. Do you like to talk about it, or would you rather get some distance? Yeah.
I think the media actually should answer, but I mean, because I already told the story a lot, and yeah, sometimes it's too much to tell your story like over a million times, and like sometimes I would feel bad or I feel unhappy like telling it again, but I know what is the goal after telling this story. That's why I'm telling it over and over again.
So we already mentioned that you're a so-called Goodwill Ambassador for the UN-HCR. What is your role exactly, and what was your most touching moment?
Well, as a Goodwill Ambassador, my role is actually to reach out to more people to understand what a refugee is, and to help refugees actually also understand that people should understand what a refugee is, because a lot of people think that people don't want to accept them, but they never tried, But so this is what we are trying to do, and there is a lot of projects coming with the UNHCR, and yeah, we are trying to bring it in another way, in a fun way, to let the people understand, and yeah, I think it's a really good thing, and they kind of chose me because I'm young. I can reach out to more people because of the age, and because of people think that they are so young to achieve stuff. So we are telling the opposite.
And you already told us about the moment with Obama, which I was totally surprised of. Was that your most touching moment, or was there a moment you would actually...
Well, my most touching moment, it was the Olympics. It was like, I mean, the highlight of everything, it was the Olympics, because I've been training, swimming 12 or 13 years right now, till now. Yeah. So it has been always my dream to be in the Olympics, and I never expected that I'll meet Obama. I mean, yeah, he was like talking to me, and I was like, oh my God, like, really? And then, yeah, after that, but it was really quite nice also, and I was really nervous to be on the panel and talk, but then I was like, yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, and is there a person who is like a hero for you?
Yeah, I have actually a lot of idols. One of them is Malala, of course, and Michael Phelps and Muhammad Ali. So.
Well, Malala is one of my heroes too.
I think a lot of girls.
Yeah. So you are in the spotlight right now, in a pretty big spotlight. Is it hard for you to deal with such huge publicity, or to ask it differently, do you like it, or would you rather say, it's not that what I actually want or what I quite like?
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it's fine, and sometimes it's hard, because I mean, sometimes I would not have free time for 3 weeks. I mean, even in my weekend, I have to do something, and it's like sometimes it's hard, but it's fun, because you're meeting a lot of people, a lot of cultures, you're spreading the story, and a lot of people are getting motivated from that. So it's kind of, sometimes I feel I have to do that because a lot of people doesn't tell the story, or they are afraid to tell their stories, you know. So I feel it really well that the people are accepting this story and they're really running after what they want after they hear that.
Yeah, you could say that your associations with the element of water are not purely positive. So how did you manage to continue being an athlete after your arrival? And what's your internal drive?
Yeah, well, swimming in the pool is completely fine for me, but when it comes to the sea, I'm like, no, you know, after the trip and so on. So, like, sitting on the beach, getting tan, this is absolutely fine. But when someone asks me to get into the boat with them, I'm like, no, I won't die again there. No, I won't. And yeah, it's kind of hard still till now to go deep in the sea because I have a lot of fear. But yeah, at least I'm going in it, you know.
Okay, so now let's imagine I want to get the best in the Olympics. So do you have any advice for me if I'd say, okay, next year I would like to go to the Olympics and okay, I don't have that much time to train. What can I do?
Well, I think, yeah, as I said, this was the first mistake, that Olympics, at least you have 6 years to prepare for that. And so I've been preparing 12 years. Not that bad. But yeah, I think if someone want to be an athlete, who want to be an Olympian, to achieve something, first of all, no alcohol, no smoking. Partying is like once a year or something. I mean, because of course you can party, but it's not the way for the athletes if you want to achieve a medal, you know. And you have your program for gym and your sport. You should do 2 trainings a day, if not more. And I think sport is really quite hard, but if someone want to achieve something, it's quite fun. So this is my advice.
Thank you for your advice. I will work on that, okay?
You're welcome.
You have a lot of people sitting in front of you, especially teenagers. What's your message and what can you give them for the future?
Well, I want to say that you are never too young to do anything great, because I mean, look now what I'm doing. I'm like, I never imagined myself like telling speeches or like being in the Olympics. You never know what will happen, and never like really give up on your dreams, because this is your dream. I mean, sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes I really hate my dream, and I hate everything. I just want to be in my bed and watch Netflix. But I mean, if you want to reach something, you have to really work hard for that. And yeah, I just want to say that you shouldn't give up on anything you want, because you will get it. Thank you.
So you've given me that professional advice. That's why I'd like to ask you how your everyday life as a swimmer is, so that I can do like my routine to follow you. Yeah, because I really want to feel it, you know.
Well, you won't like it, but yeah. So I wake up every day. 3 days in the week I wake up at 6:30, and 3 days I wake up at 7. Then I go to my school. I am in a sports school actually, so it's more. It's a bit easier with studying, but it's a really hard schedule. So I wake up like, let's say at 8, and then I go to school like 2 lessons, 2 hours, and then I swim 2 hours, and then I go back to school 3 hours, and then 1 hour of eating, and then 1 hour gym. Sometimes before training, sometimes after training, and then 2 hours swimming, and then I go back at 8, and then I eat and sleep. I don't think even about partying, because I'm like, oh, I want to sleep.
So why don't you do things like ballet or soccer or handball?
You know, to be honest, I never chose if I want to be a swimmer or I mean, I played basketball, but I'm too short for that, unfortunately. But yeah, my dad is a swimming coach, so he had always this dream about Olympics and so on, and he never got the chance. So after that, of course, I was 3 years old, and then I was pushed to the water. And so after that, I started like training when I was 5 or 6, and I thought I was always pushed to do swimming and so on. But after that, my dad traveled to another country, and I left 2 years, and then I started to go out and party, and then I was thinking it's not my thing, and then I went back to swimming, and it was quite hard to go back after 2 years, and of course like. I tried a lot of stuff, and yeah, after that I realized that I really want to achieve something in swimming, and I was not pushed. I really wanted deep down, and yeah, I don't know. I was swimmer like 8 years or something. I didn't think ballet is really for the body. It's really painful. I think my little sister do ballet, and she's this pink princess. I mean, I really, yeah. So I love a lot of sports, but yeah, I think swimming is mine.
Yeah. What do you think should we fight for, and what are you fighting for? I mean, you're here, but
yeah. Well, I think what should people fight for? I think they should fight for their dreams. And they should fight for what they really think it's important. I mean, there's a lot of people, like my sister, my old sister. She's always behind the women's rights, and she's like, I'm independent. I don't need a man in my life, and so on. And I am. I don't mean anything bad to the guys. I'm sorry, but and yeah, and I'm running after showing how it's like. The refugee life is, and that they also have dreams, and they want to achieve something, but it's really hard, to learn a new language and so on. And I mean, I don't know, maybe other people will fight for the oceans, that it should be clean. That some people will fight only to, I don't know, for their dreams. Each one of you, I'm sure they have something deep down they really love. Or they think they should do something about it, or they love it, their dreams maybe. So this is what I think they have to fight out.
So you already told me that I probably, as a future athlete, should definitely quit watching Netflix, which is quite hard for me. So do you actually still enjoy nonsense time?
Yeah, of course. So when I don't have like swimming and so on, I just go grab that laptop, watch Netflix the whole day. My mom comes to me to the room. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm doing nothing. I won't do anything. And she's like, yeah, don't you want to go out? Yeah, I'm gonna go out, but at night. And then she's like, okay. So of course, everyone. I mean, I think enjoys their being alone in their room watching Netflix. Sometimes, like you need to come down after quite a time. So of course, I enjoy it really much.
Okay, so now I have another question, because German is a quite hard language, I'd say. Yeah. See. So. What was like the hardest word you had to learn, and what's maybe the hardest word you could teach us in your language?
Oh, that's interesting. No, but I'm gonna say something funny. Once I didn't know any German, and then I heard my friend saying "geil," and then it clinked in my head, nah? And then a journalist, it was like a circle of journalists. And my coach was there, and then they asked me, what is your favorite word? And then I said, geil. And then my coach was like, what? And I was like, so what is the meaning of it? And then he was like, explain me, and I was like, no, I'm sorry. But now, I don't know, the hardest word? I don't know. I think all of it, I don't know what is the hardest word, but I mean, yeah, in the beginning I had a lot of problems with like, you know, and I think now it's better because I'm hearing a lot of my friends and so on. And an Arabic word, what do you want to, I mean, what, as a...
I don't know, for me it's already hard to say powder, like for baking. A friend of mine taught me, and it is no. I think it was another. I don't know, but it was And so I was just like, okay, how do you pronounce it? And she was always like teen, and I was
because it's a he. You know?
Yeah, see, and I couldn't do that, so I was always like teen, and she was like, almost, you almost got it.
Yay!
But I never got it.
Okay, well, yeah, well, it's the same for me in German, so it's not that bad.
I think we got it then.
Great, thank you.
So do you have... Yeah, I think she finds that very geil. Do you have any questions, though, to Yusra? Would be the best if you could post them in English. I'm just going to throw that.
Maybe I'll understand a bit German. I don't know. I'll try. My coach is sitting there waiting me to talk German one day, but...
Hello? Yeah,
Hi.
I can speak in Arabic if you want.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think they will understand you.
No, it's okay. I really find your stories really inspiring. You're one of the reasons that make me feel proud of being Syrian.
Syrian?
Yeah. So, I want to ask you what is your next steps? You want to go back to the Olympics? Are you planning to?
Yeah. Well, now I am, actually this is one of the really important stuff that now I am preparing from now actually to Tokyo, because as I said, mindestens you need 4 years or 6 years. You can join me. And yeah, of course I'm gonna continue speaking. I'm gonna continue supporting refugees as a Goodwill Ambassador, and learning German, of course. And yeah, studying, of course. I mean, yeah, it's quite a lot, but I will manage it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. No.
Okay, so you have to try out the food they do out there. So it's also made by refugees, and it's great. So if you go out there, you definitely have to try it. It's very good. And you should also try it. And now if you have questions to Yusra, she will be right there in the meeting area. So I think she will be open to answer your questions.
Of course, yeah.
If you still have some. And yeah, Yusra, thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Great. Let's go. Thanks.